Hey everybody, Chad Nobody Else's Auto, 7 o'clock Sunday evening, time for some more Sunday night shenanigans on the live chat. Great group on here, ready to go once again tonight. Leo and Travis are ready to go. Bill Wagaman is here, and he says, here's Chad. There he is. So cool. I still shocked that you guys even consider that what we do here is something as of any sort of quality to even talk about Johnny Carson, but I do appreciate that. Charles is here with us, ready to go. Randall with a Nut Farm. Matt's on. Ryan and Amy are here. Travis says gives a thumbs up. Awesome. Appreciate that. Kevin's here and ready to go. And it looks like we are going on Facebook as well. As always, we are live on two formats, both Facebook and YouTube, as you see me glancing back and forth, trying to catch comments on both formats. Dad's here with us. Clark from New Zealand made it back tonight. Glad you're here, Clark. Dennis Chapman is on. Scott's here and ready to go. You guys keep pouring in here week after week. I'm shocked. I'm humbled. I'm surprised, but I'm glad you do it because you guys are what make this what it is. Let's start things off with the Hudson badge and get ready to roll tonight. Tim's here. As always, a little bit of housekeeping before we get too deep into things. Johnny Z made it. Kenny Peterson ready to go. Autocorrect, please double check your autocorrect before you hit send on your comments. If autocorrect changes it to some sort of gibberish I can't make out, I will have to skip it. I try to catch most comments. I do miss a few, but I do try to catch most of them. So please double check that before you hit send. Scott's here with us on Facebook. Jim Petty made it tonight. If you're on the Nobody Show Facebook page, I cannot see those comments. This is a shared video from the Nobody Else's Auto page on Facebook. So if you want to comment, participate in the auctions, which we're going to have a ton of tonight, you will need to be on the Nobody Else's Auto Facebook page or the Nobody Show YouTube channel. Those are the only two sets of comments that I can see. Brian Dispatch, did you drop that 68 Galaxy? I don't have a 68 Galaxy, so that must have been one at another yard I was at. Pete's here, ready to go. Justin's on. Bill Disc, Neil. Randall and Nut Farms ready to go tonight for the auctions. Frank's here with us. Mark's with us on Facebook. Trolls, occasionally we do get some trolls on here. You guys let them know that they are not welcome, and I ignore them. They're trying to screw up our deal. I ignore them because they can't get enough attention from mommy, so they're trying to get it from me. You guys do a great job of reporting them, running them off. Super chats are always great. Ads are becoming a bigger problem all the time. We can't control them. YouTube used to let me skip some of them. It doesn't anymore. They just throw them out there. If we're in the middle of auctions and a bunch of you guys get ads, we'll stop the auction until everybody gives me an all clear. Some people do get them more than others, so I will be watching for a couple of people that have ads if we have to stop an auction. So please let me know if that happens so I can keep an eye out on what's going on. Leo's already loading. We're a little ways away. Leo's already reloading. So Joe's here with us. The 67 Galaxy is over on the north side. That's where it's at. So anyway, please keep all that in mind. It is Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to everybody. I hope everybody had probably ate too much today, but that's part of the deal. So hope everybody had a good holiday. And we'll go ahead and get rolling tonight. We're going to give you an Auburn badge to keep things boogieing, though. And we're going to have some fun. Most of tonight, we're going to follow right through our normal schedule. We'll do some open chat. We'll talk about new inventory. We'll look at a promo model. We'll do some badges and caps. We'll do story time. Then we're going to yank 4 names out of the big Buick oil can for 4 goodie boxes. After that, we will announce the new raffle. Then we will roll into auctions. I've got enough stuff piled in here to do auctions for like a month. So we'll see how things go, but we'll do a little bit more than usual, at least, unless you guys want more. But I have massive piles of coolness in here. I've got one big plastic like parts tote full, and then there are 5 more boxes besides the tote and stuff piled on the floor. So Nate's here with us. So we're going to have a lot of fun with auction stuff tonight. One other thing real quick. Jeff from Ottawa's here. Addresses, guys, please help me with addresses. Adam, double check what you sent me, Adam. If Adam Briggs is on with us, The post office did not like that address. So, Tim B, can't stay on tonight. We'll post information for the next raffle. Perfect. Sounds great. Lee's here. So, Adam Briggs, double check what you sent me. And if that's correct, I will go ahead and ship. But the post office said they did not show that address. So, but please work with me, guys, when you send payment, even if you don't do it every time, at least every other time, so I can find it somewhat reasonably quick. These last few weeks have been nuts, not just with this stuff, but with eBay orders, just phone call orders. And it's literally been, it's been slow weeks, 25, 30 packages. Busy weeks are upwards of 40 packages. And when I've got to stop and go spend 20 minutes chasing an address, it's tough for me. So please, guys, work with me on that. Is that correct, Adam, what you sent me? Double check that email. I don't want to read your address out to everybody, but double check that. I've got it all boxed up, took it in. They said that they don't show that address. So let me know if that's right. Norma made some comments the other day, but have not seen. I think she was on Tuesday night for a little bit. Norma was on. Richard's here with us. So I think Norma was on Tuesday night for a bit on Toy Tuesday. Tim is penciled in for April 20th. The finances aren't going to allow it. Yeah, please do that, Tim, if you would, so we can keep tabs on who's coming. There are various reasons. Obviously I want to know who's going to be here and how big the group's going to be. I still don't have a food truck lined out for Saturday at the yard. So that's, some of that type of stuff. I really am trying to keep these numbers pretty close. So, just like getting a food truck out there, if I tell them there's going to be 30 some people there and 15 show up, then I'm going to have to do something to make it right with them. So I need to, that's why I'm trying to. So I perfectly understand, Tim. But yeah, if your guys' plans change, please let us know so we know where we're at. Alex, that's right. Only so many dancing girls available. Oh, Alex, I got to show you something, Alex. (1955) Packard title. So I did get that in the mail the other day. So we're good on that. Okay. So what else has been going on? We'll go ahead and get rolling here. And, but yeah, stay in touch with Pete on that. That's great that he's helping us with that and willing to do that. But that's why I just really want to do it right, guys. And I perfectly understand when it doesn't work and you can't make it, but I don't want to get a bunch of stuff in order here and then not have enough people here, things like that. So we'll get into that here in just a little bit more. 53 Indiana license plate. I bought a bunch of other states this week, but I don't think I bought any Indianas. Calico Classics is here. Rusty's on. But we've got several other states tonight, but I don't think any Indianas at all, Richard. So let's go ahead and get into the open chat, and then we'll talk about the gathering a little bit more here in just a bit and roll on through tonight's chat. So, so what else happened this week? I'm sure you guys caught some of the updates, some of the things that are going on. Monday, I did have a very good meeting with Pittsburg State University. I had a Zoom meeting with them. As you guys know, I've been doing a lot of work with them. That is my alma mater. That's where I got my auto tech degree. That's how I ended up working for Chrysler, was all through Pitt. So working on several projects with Pittsburg State University. And hopefully here over the next 2 or 3 weeks, we should be rolling out a handful of really exciting announcements about what's going on at Pittsburg State. Our meeting Monday, like I said, it was Zoom. My good friend Bob Frisbee, who was actually my advisor when I was there on the meeting. A couple of people that I hadn't met yet from campus on the meeting. President of the university was on the meeting, and really went very well. So I know we've done some content from there. We will be bringing you more content from there. If you have kids or know kids that are trying to decide what to do in life and are interested in not just auto tech, but they have a wide variety of tech degrees there: plastics, woods, manufacturing, construction, all kinds of tech-based bachelor's degrees, as well as some 2-year degrees. In auto tech, you can get a 2-year or 4-year certificate. So you've got so many options there. It's such an amazing place. So bear that in mind. We've got a lot of stuff coming with Pittsburg State University, and hopefully some really exciting announcements here in the next over the next 2 to 3 weeks. So that was a productive meeting for sure. I'm sure some of you saw the little bit of content we did. McPherson College auto restoration program. McPherson's only about 50 miles from here. Internationally known restoration college. They took a car to Pebble Beach this year. They've had some mega donations. It's a very interesting program. Okay, perfect. I will double check that, Adam, and see what you said on there and make sure we're right. So appreciate that, Adam. I'll double check that and get it on the way. It's all boxed up, ready to go. So 910 Chief, 2000 Gorilla here. Bob was his advisor as well. That's great. Well, like I said, stay tuned, guys. We've got some really exciting things coming. We can't quite announce everything yet, but here over the next few weeks, we've got a lot of things in the works, and we've got a lot of groundwork laid. And I think we're going to have some things nailed down that we're going to be able to announce, probably some by next week, and some more things coming shortly thereafter. So check out the Pitt State videos. And like I said, if you've got people that, if you know kids that are interested in that type of stuff, tell them to check it out. It's an outstanding program. Yeah, the group from McPherson, and they were good kids. They really were. Billy Bowman made it tonight. There were 5 of them, 4 guys and 1 girl. They were all really nice kids. They were here, and they are in McPherson. They came over because they just love cars. They did get some stuff for their projects, their personal stuff. Austin's here. But like I said, overall, I was really impressed. It was a great group of kids. They were pleasant to be around. Anybody that says this hobby is dying is sorely mistaken. Now, these kids do look at things differently than some of some guys that have been in the hobby for years look at things. I was surprised a lot of the stuff these kids were looking at was 60s era. That was even earlier than what I thought they would be looking at, but that's where it seemed like most of their primary interest was in the 60s era stuff. But like I said, it was nice because it was a good group of kids, and it was good to have them here. They had a blast, and I just stayed with them the whole time. We walked around, we checked things out. Even when they were getting ready to grab some stuff, we just all worked together to get it done. Tweedledee here. Yep, they did get some parts off one of the 65 Impalas as well. So, but it was like I said, anybody that says that kids don't care anymore and this hobby's dead, they're wrong. They're just flat wrong. They may not like what some of these kids like because things are shifting, and we've talked about this before. Okay, Kenny. These kids, today's, you got to remember these kids today, that 20-year-old kid was born in 2004. And that's what, we got to consider that to them, a car from the 90s is old. A car from the 80s is ancient. A car from the 60s is like a big time classic to them. So we've got to keep that into perspective. And when you see these kids at a cruise night or whatever, we've got to please remember that, they love this stuff, but it may not be exactly what you like. But these kids were 2 of them were from North Carolina, 1 from Florida, 1 from Colorado, and 1 from Maine. So maybe some more of them will come back. I don't have a problem with them coming over here. I try to keep them grouped up. So a lot of times I'll get 1s and 2s that want to come over, and that makes it a little bit tough trying to block out time. But this worked out well with, they had 5 of them. They had a nice group. They got to check things out and have a good time. So made for a good day. And I think they had a lot of fun with it. 2004 seems so yesterday. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, that's what we really got to be cognizant of is keep that into perspective, that what an old car is to a kid today, and bear that in mind when we see those kids excited about that stuff. You know, the 94 to 02 Dodge pickups, the 4th gen F bodies, the Fox body Mustangs. I mean, that stuff is old vehicles to them. So that's, that's what we've really got to think about and keep in mind with a lot of this stuff. So anyway, Leo's working on 65 Catalina. That's a new one to the Leo stash. So anyway, like I said, that was a good time, and I enjoyed dealing with those kids. And like I said, amazing program over there. If you haven't looked into that, please do. They've got their big car show coming up in May. So a neat program. Obviously, as a lot of you did see, we did get the live snuck in yesterday. We had a fair crowd on, not a huge crowd, but we did have a pretty solid crowd all day. Rusty, my 15-year-old grandson, loves 80 square bodies. Exactly. You know, that's ancient to them. They don't remember those trucks. They never saw those trucks sitting on a showroom floor. They never saw their uncle buy one of those new. It never happened. That's an ancient vehicle to them. So if they like them, they think they're cool, we got to remember that and keep that in mind. So we were on for, a little over an hour and a half, not quite. Phone was down to 10% there at about an hour and 40 minutes, so we had to wrap it up. We'd pretty much seen everything everyone wanted to see yesterday as well. Plus, Scott from Rebel Drivers Garage was out yesterday doing some content as well. We actually rounded up a few pieces for his 65 Impala, and then he walked it around and he did some content while we were doing our live, actually. So we did catch him for a minute. So if you have not checked out Rebel Drivers Garage, be sure to do that. See what Scott's going on. He does some cool junkyard crawl stuff, as well as some technical type stuff as well. So, David, yeah, and that's another thing, David. Some of the stuff we're still using, and but to these kids, that's a classic. So, yep, that's right, Mark. Like I said, the 60s stuff is ancient to them. So, Alex here with us on Facebook. So anyway, if you missed the live, check it out and see what's changed around the yard, and give me a shout if you got any questions. So, but it was good to hang out with Scott a bit yesterday too. He's a good dude. He hangs out with us on Rocky Mountain Race Week. So known him for several years. Good cat, and be sure to check out what he's got going on Rebel Drivers Garage. Back to the gathering of the nobodies. Just as Tim mentioned earlier, if your plans change, and I fully understand if they do, trust me, you're not going to upset me. I understand what people are up against to do something like this. I fully understand. Just please keep Pete in the loop if your plans do change. Doors for a 71 Dodge truck. I do not have anything there. Don't have any 69, 70, 71s at all. I've got some 72 on up stuff. And then I've got a 68 half-ton short bed V8 automatic, but it's a complete pickup. And I think those doors are different anyway. So nothing on that right now, David. But what else is going on? I don't. And something else I wanted to check with you guys on after I give you a Hudson badge. Hotels. I called the hotel, and they only have a handful of reservations. Not near as many people as that are signed up. Now, and I don't care what you're doing as far as hotel. If you don't want to stay where we had something set up. And maybe, and I understand some of you guys have points. Some of you guys have websites that sometimes get you better deals. And I fully understand that. I just want to make sure that, just like waiting for the video on the 53 pickup, I haven't even got it yet. So I've got to get it hauled in. So it's going to be a little bit before I get to that 53 Dodge pickup video. So, 49 to 50 sun visor with brackets for a Chevy truck. Is that outside, or you need inside sun visors on that? You bet, David. No problem. I've never had a Free Spirit Century. I love them. I think they're super cool. I would like to have one. I don't know that I think I've seen a rough one, but I don't know that I've ever even seen a good one in person. But I do love them. I do think they're great cars, Jeff. I think they're a great looking car. on that Free Spirit Century. Outside, don't have any outside visors for a Chevy truck of that era. I don't even remember which Fulton it is. There's like one Fulton that will fit that right because I never had a factory one. So I do not have anything there. Rear bumper for 56 Special. There again, depends on which one you need and how much of it you need and how good you need, because there are a couple of different ones. So things like that, Mike, it's best to give me a shout, and we'll see if we've got something that we can help you out with. Do you have any solid square body trucks or cabs? A little bit. Not a ton. Just there again, depends on what you want, because in square bodies, you bet, Jay, no problem. There are thousands of differences in square body trucks. Same thing in 48 to 53 Chevy trucks. There's thousands of differences. And that's why I always tell everybody to, give me a shout, and so we can have that conversation to narrow that stuff down. With as much stuff as I've got, I need all those specifics. Updates on the COE. Which cab over are you talking about there, Robert? The 58 Impala leaves in the morning. Actually, the buyer just called me about 30 minutes before I jumped on. He is leaving in the middle of the night tonight, and is supposed to be here first thing in the morning to load the 58 Impala. So, no problem, Mark. Got to work. So should be out of here tomorrow. I've got a deposit on it, and he's supposed to be here tomorrow. So the 58 Impala should be leaving tomorrow. Old truck sun visors, universal or specific? It just depends. Some trucks had factory ones. Internationals in that era had a factory visor. I don't think Chevy ever had a factory visor from 48 to 53. 55 to 59, they did have a factory visor. But Dodge and Chevy, I think you had to use an aftermarket universal for those. I did have a buddy, Tractor Mike, had a 48 Dodge pickup that he had a Comet Sky Shield on. So I do know that one did work on that cab. So, we're only building the 40 Ford. That truck is kind of on the back burner. That's my daughter's truck, and since she's been in college for the last 3 years, it's basically on the back burner. That's the only one I'm building, but we've got 3 of them. I've got a 46 Ford that is in stock right now that's for sale, and then we've got the 41 Chevy that we bought on American Pickers. So I've got 3 of them sitting here right now, 1 for sale and 2 of ours. But yeah, the 40 Ford is just kind of back burnered while she's in college. So the 58 is going to Colorado. So you bet, Randall. And there he is. Tractor Mike is in the house right there. Tractor Mike joining us now on YouTube. So obviously things are going south now. So can't wait for you guys to meet Tractor Mike in person. It's going to be a blast. Like I said, it's probably going to lead to poor decisions, but still ought to be a good time. How about an Auburn badge? So anyway, on the hotel situation, like I said, I don't care what you guys do. I just got that as an option. So, but when I've only got a handful of rooms booked and 30 people saying they're coming, obviously, like I said, I don't want to get a food truck or get a bunch of stuff lined out for people that aren't going to be here. So that's the only reason I wanted to bring that up. And I understand if you guys are using points or found some other deal through a website, does not matter to me. I just wanted to make sure that, that our numbers are kind of staying pretty real. So Kevin L's here. As far as that day, we've given you, if you're on the email string with Pete, you've got kind of a rough breakdown of what's going to be happening starting on that Friday, April the 19th. I know a lot of you guys are planning on coming in on Friday. Tractor Mike is ready to go. In fact, we better give him both of these because Tractor Mike is ready to rock and roll on badges. So, and it looks like we got some ads popping up here. So, okay, looks like we're good to go. So, if you're on the email string, you've got the rough outline for what's happening. on Friday afternoon. Zach, Whiskey Business made it tonight. Rico is planning on coming in. Should be here late morning, early afternoon. And he is planning on being with me, helping me get things finalized. As far as the rest of you guys, if you want to start gathering, the brewery opens at 3. Hayden's here with us. And I talked to Charles Fitz. Charles said he is going to plan on being down there in that 3 to 4 o'clock window. That way, if Rico and Pete and I are hung up trying to get the last few details nailed down, Charles said he plans on being there. Charles was here, did the Sunday night episode with us here about a month ago, so some of you have seen him. There is a room at the brewery, kind of a small meeting room that is reserved for us. So he, Charles said he will plan on being down there, in that 3 to 4 o'clock window. He will just kind of schedule his afternoon to where he can be there a little early if we get hung up and are still trying to get some details nailed down. So bear that in mind and keep that in the back of your head. If you get to town at a decent time that day, then Charles is planning on being at the brewery. Rico said he's going to do something. He's going to help get things ready. So I don't know what time Tractor Mike is coming. I don't know when you're planning on coming that day, Mike. We'll figure something out. So anyway, like I said, if you're planning on coming, be sure to get on that email. Let's give everybody Pete's email one more time. We've been doing this every week, I know, but I want to make sure if anybody is interested that they do get in contact with Pete, get on that list, or like in Tim's situation where his situation changed, he's got to get off of it. And like I said, guys, I fully understand that. I appreciate you letting us know. That way we can do a better job of planning for everybody that is coming. So this is Pete's email address. Get with him, get on the email string. And I know it's going to be a great time. We're going to have a blast and working on some very interesting, some cool things, I think, that you guys are really going to enjoy with the live auctions, the raffle, the door prizes. We'll come to town. We'll look at my good cars. Hopefully we'll have time. We may even run to Dad's and look at Dad's cars. So that's, 40 or 50 good cars that we've got, signs, memorabilia. So might make it the whole week. There's a tractor pull at Shinshin. Might watch for a bit that day. Okay. Maybe Tractor Mike might be here for the whole week. Holy cow. That could be a bad week. It'd probably be a lot of fun, but it'd still be a bad week. Yep, I understand, Tim. Things just don't work out sometimes, so I fully understand that. Anyway, moving on. New inventory. I did not have time to pick up any cars this week. It was too bananas. I had that Zoom meeting with Pitt State. I packaged almost the rest of the day Monday and most of Tuesday. Had a little bit of wiggle room Wednesday, but then Thursday I did buy some cool stuff. Waycamp's laughing because he knows that's true. He knows Tractor Mike shows up all week. It's going to be a bad week. Fun, but bad. Waycamp knows what I'm throwing down there. So, but another great auction. I did a short from there. We do have a full video of walking around those trailers coming up. And, and that's another thing. We'll see how this one goes, and we'll decide if we want to do a fall edition of it or if we're going to wait till next spring. It just all depends on how this first one goes. I mean, nobody may show up, and it may not be worth ever doing again. We don't know. We'll see. But, we'll just kind of play that by ear depending on how things go at this one. But did have a good day at the auction. Got more cans, grease caps, license plates. I got some absolutely epic grease caps. I spent more money on one grease cap than I've ever spent on any grease cap ever. But it's a pretty cool one. And I got some absolutely amazing ones. Thoughts on doing a meet and greet at the Pioneer Village during the car show? That's a possibility. I'm not sure about that yet. That's in August. So it's going to depend on how things shake out there as to whether or not I get up there for that, for the car show at Pioneer Village. I would like to, Austin. Just depends on if we can make it all work. So, but that grease cap's going to be coming up on a Toy Tuesday. It is an addition to another piece that we've got in our collection that is very rare from a car that was only made for a few years. De Beaumont, I have an 86 Regal with a 307 lost reverse. Nothing that I would know anything about. I've got a few mid-80s Regals, but are the transmissions any good in them? Who knows? Don't have a clue. So, yeah, and we've got some of those grease caps are in tonight's raffle, auction. In fact, I've got like 5 grease caps. 4 of them I just got this week. So we got some great grease caps coming tonight. But I bet I bought 10 or 12 grease caps that I didn't have. I got a lot of grease caps. And like I said, this one, it was a fist fight. I knew it was going to be a fist fight. And it was. And I had to pay up to get it. But like I said, there goes the hearts. Awesome, guys. Love the hearts and the fireworks. It is a piece that is an additional piece to another piece in our collection. So we'll get into that on a Toy Tuesday because that's going to take a little bit of time to go over that. I also got a license plate that is another piece that we're going to keep that is, once again, an addition to another very special, very rare license plate that we've got in our collection as well. So we'll be getting into some of that stuff on Toy Tuesday. But it was overall a good auction. Got a lot of cool stuff. Got a lot of great stuff that is already in the boxes tonight, and you will see over the next several coming weeks in the auction stuff. So, got to try to get some cars picked up this week. But anyway, let's catch a promo model. I think this is a promo. This is an early one, and there's some weird things about it that are different than a lot of the promos that we typically see. But pretty sure this one is a promo model as well. Bill will be able to clarify it for us. It is made by AMT, and it is something a little bit different for sure. And it is a tritone from the 50s. So, Thomas from Chicago, Midwest Michigan area. Have you been with us for quite a while? Glad you're here, Thomas. Glad you're enjoying it. Glad you spoke up. Glad you're here. Let's have a Hudson badge. But tonight's car, a classic 50s tritone in black, sapphire white, and regal burgundy opal on this 1955 Dodge Royal Lancer two-door hardtop. This is another one I snagged out of Dad's case. This is the body is really pretty decent, but inside, I don't know if you can see inside or not, it's empty. This one does have windows in it all the way around, even side windows, which is not typical of a promo. But there again, this is mid-50s, so this is a little bit different than some of the stuff we're familiar with from the late 50s on. Obviously a tritone, which tritone cars were popular back in the 50s, but you did not see it a lot on promos. This one is in pretty decent shape. The rear bumper's got some fading on the chrome, but it's there. It's not busted up. The taillights are there. It's missing one mirror, but the front is intact as well. Zach's trying to bid on it, but this one's Dad, so I don't think we have anything to do with this one. Old School made it tonight. Glad Old School's back with us. This is a metal bottom, straight axles. This is not a friction. Lots of great comments about the promos. Yeah, it is kind of Easter egg purple. That's right. Close up on the hubcaps. Yeah, the hubcaps are pretty generic on this one. Almost just like a wire-looking type wheel, which they did have in the mid-50s on Mopars, but kind of a very generic wheel on these. Has the big hood ornament that went almost all the way across the front of the hood on this era of Dodge. Zoomed all the way back, breaking the two-tone on the paint on the hood. So, a pretty unique promo night on the 1955 Dodge Royal Lancer two-door hardtop in black, sapphire white, and regal burgundy opal. Volvo 240 promo. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those. All right, let's catch a badge and a cap tonight. The badge tonight, I'm going to recycle. It's been a couple years since we looked at this, and I know some of you are going to remember it, but I'm sure some of you probably have not seen it. Some of these rarer ones I may kind of work back in sometimes, occasionally from time to time, just because some of our newer viewers may not have seen them. So that's kind of, I seen this one laying there the other day. I was like, we need to look at this one again. It's a very, very rare piece. It is a beast of a badge. In fact, both pieces tonight are going to be pre-war, as a matter of fact. No, it was just a painted roof. Alec, that was just a painted roof. And like I said, a tritone was not an uncommon deal on those cars in the 50s. So where's that one at, Mike? Tractor Mike's got a 55 Dodge. Is that over at your dad's, I think? Maybe we'll see it at your dad's. Forgot he had one in the shed. Been sitting there for 20 years. And a lot of you guys say, how's that possible? You ain't been to Tractor Mike's sheds. I have. So well, I'm glad we looked at the 55 Dodge promo so that Tractor Mike was reminded that he does have one, a real 55 Dodge. But the first badge tonight, like I said, I know some of you guys are going to recognize this, but I wanted to bring it up for some of our newer viewers since we hadn't looked at it in a couple years. The 1934 12-cylinder Auburn front bumper badge. Now, this is a really cool piece. This is definitely one of my favorite pieces. This ranks up there with my original Cobra badge. This is a beast of a badge. This thing is heavy. Look how big the stud is on this thing. Yeah, we do need to get out to Tractor Mike's to do some content. There's absolutely no doubt about that. This is curved. It did mount on the front bumper. Big, heavy stud on this one. This needs to be the new drinking badge. It's a little under 3.5 inches tall. Ozark Fox is back. Well, I hope you're doing okay. I hope everything's going well and you're feeling better there, Ozark Fox. So it's a little under 3.5 inches tall. This badge was used on the 1934 Auburn Salon. Now, to give you an idea of how uncommon this badge is, and and everybody, everything says everything's rare. This badge was used on the 1934 12-cylinder Auburn Salon. The Salon was available in two different body styles, the Phaeton and the Cabriolet. Production numbers on the 34 Salons. Now, you got to remember, 1934, obviously the height of the Great Depression. 12-cylinder luxury cars were not flying off the shelf. So, not a very common badge. Production records on the 34 Salon. The Cabriolet, there's two different opinions on the Cabriolet. Some sources say they made 4. Some sources say they made 6. The Phaeton, it is pretty generally accepted that they made 8 of them. So there was somewhere between 12 and 14 cars made that use this badge. Now, when you look at the American Auto Emblems website that we always use, AmericanAutoEmblems.com, it says the Auburn bumper emblems are scarce. And in fact, the picture of the car, if you go to AmericanAutoEmblems.com and you look at the 1934 Auburn bumper emblem, there is a front end shot of a 34 Salon on there. We have done a video on that car, that exact car. So if you look at that, you want to learn more about that car or the cars that use this badge, be sure to check out the channel. It is on the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Company playlist, but we do have a full walk-around video on the exact car that is pictured on the AmericanAutoEmblems.com website for the 34 12-cylinder Salon bumper badge. So definitely one of the favorite pieces out of my collection. And some of these I will, even Tractor Mike likes it. Maybe work some of these in for some of our other viewers that haven't seen some of this stuff, but some of these are worth kind of popping back in every now and again from time to time. Now, like I've told you guys, we're going to start mixing some caps and things in. Lots of great comments. Appreciate all the nice comments about the badge because, like I said, this is one of my favorites. There's no doubt about it. It ranks up there with my original Cobra badge. It's that kind of stuff. So next thing we're going to catch is a cap. And this is also a very desirable and fairly rare cap because it was an accessory cap. Now, the crazy thing about it, I don't think we've got Hubcap Robert on tonight. Hubcap Robert can rattle all these facts off. But this was a cap that was made by I don't know if it's I want to say aftermarket because these were factory available caps. But they made this cap for various different manufacturers as an accessory cap with different center parts stamped out for that particular manufacturer. The one I've got tonight, I believe, is a 1939 Chevrolet accessory Lion hubcap. Kind of a full disc cap, very ornate. All this is stamped ribbing around here. The Chevrolet letter stamped in it, the hash mark stamped in it. These are not a very common cap. It is a stainless cap that did snap on. And these are very, very sought after by a lot of the Chevy guys since this was kind of the accessory type cap. Now, I've also got this cap, exact same cap, in a Studebaker. It's a little rougher than this, but it actually says Studebaker on it. And I don't remember what it said with it, but it's very interesting that these companies did that, and they made these. I've got 3, Leo. I don't have 4. I do have 3 of these, but these are pretty cool pieces and something that you don't see very often. So it's kind of different, kind of unique. Now, we're familiar with a lot of the smaller caps that most cars used back then, and which are right around 10 inches like we sell on a lot of the auctions. And then they'll use a trim ring around it. This cap is almost 14 inches in diameter. So it covered most of the wheel. Not very common back in that day to have a full cap, especially a very ornate full cap to cover most of the wheel. So these were kind of a neat deal. Like I said, I've got the Studebaker one. Now I've got some Chevrolet ones. I'll probably keep one of the Chevys, maybe sell a couple of the other ones. Some of the stuff I can't keep at all. I got to at least get my money back, or most of my money back on some of these deals to keep some of this stuff in our collection. But yeah, Jim agrees. They are very sought after by the Chevy guys. But something kind of different, something you don't really see that often on these Lion brand accessory Chevrolet caps. So. Bill, had a phone call. We'll see you Tuesday. No problem, Bill. Glad you were here tonight. Time for story time. And please bear with me, guys, tonight. I've got stuff scattered everywhere, so I'm going to be up and down a few times because I got so much stuff in here with the raffle prizes, the new raffle prize, obviously piles of auction stuff. So bear with me. I will be up and down a little bit tonight as I'm shuffling things around. But for story time tonight, back to the big book I snagged out at Dad's place last week. Lots of cool stuff in here and a lot of this stuff back from the 70s. Yeah, that's a good point. Tractor Mike is a little wobbly after all that. So, numero uno here, number 1 in the house, ready to go. Tonight, for story time, going through this old scrapbook, a 1967 Buick Grand Sport. This car, I really don't even remember, to be honest with you. I think it was a 340 car. I'm sure Dad probably remembers. I do believe it was a 340. Two-door hardtop, white, black vinyl top. See if I can hold all 3 of these up at the same time so you guys can see them. Now, this was the house that I barely remember. So these pictures were probably taken in 77, 78. This was essentially a 10-year-old used car at that point. A lot of this stuff that Dad was flipping back then, fixing up and flipping, was they were used cars. It's kind of crazy to think that we were talking about basic old used cars. Try to keep the glare off here as much as I can for you guys. But that's the cars that we cherish today and are major collector pieces back in the late 70s. I mean, these were used cars. But that's what's fun about this. That's why you guys wanted to start doing this. That's why this whole story time thing started, was to look back and kind of take some of this stuff in. 10-year-old used car. That's what it was. Spiff it up, clean it up, fix a few things, send it down the road. It's kind of even hard to even think about in today's world that these cars like this were regular old cars. That's all they were. And they were basic transportation. We look back today and say, wow, how could somebody do that to one of those? Or, or even like some of us, I think Big Job said he scrapped a Shelby back in the 70s. That's it. It was a GS 340. So that's what I was thinking. So Dad's over on YouTube now as well. So glad that that's working out for him. So, yeah, it was a 67 GS 340. Got it from 281 Auto Salvage and traded for it. Yeah, I did see the old school camper in the background as well. So Used Cars is a great movie. I've not watched that in decades. I ought to try to watch that some night. I did bring up Cannonball Run last night on YouTube while I was down here working, had that on in the background because Cannonball Run's always a winner. So that'll catch us for story time, which brings us to the raffle. So let's start giving some stuff away. What do you think of that, guys? We'll go through who got in this week and then start drawing some names. Okay. Who got in this week? I got 2 packets. Adam Briggs, Nick Squires, Charles Fitz, Big Job, Matt Williams, Zach Thompson, Michael Glagola, James Cody, and Austin McCoy. That's right, Mark. I think everybody wishes they'd have saved a bunch of that stuff back in the day. That's what came in during the week. Then I got a new packet because I did that packet last night. I've got another packet from today. Wow, lots of fireworks and hearts. Everybody's excited. Today was Kenny Peterson, Lee Carr, and Brian Waycamp. So if you thought you got in this week and I did not read your name, please get a hold of me so that we make sure we get squared up or figure it out for next time. So, hey, Johnny Nitro's on with us. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Johnny Nitro on Facebook. Let's give some stuff away, guys. The big Buick oil can has all those names piled up down in there. We got some ads coming, so. All right. Everybody's in there. Yeah, back then, 10 years old was wore out. You got to remember. Oh, nice. Johnny Nitro scored a 74 thing. Nothing wrong with snagging a thing. All right. I've showed you guys stuff as I was throwing in boxes throughout the month. I rounded up a few more things today, threw that stuff in those boxes today. And now we're going to start giving them away. The first box. There are 12 pieces in this box of all the stuff that we like. So 12 pieces in this box. I have not taped them up yet in case there was some other stuff from auctions or whatever I needed to combine. So I have not sealed them, but they are full. Yes, Waycamp actually did jump into the raffle. What color's the thing, Johnny? Number one wants to know what color. Drum roll. All right. Box number one, the biggest box of the 4. Burgundy with a black interior. The thing is burgundy with a black interior. Okay, we got one. What do we got? Matt Williams. All right. Got his name on there. There's the first box. Going to Matt. Box number 2 with 7 pieces of goodies in it. Matt's obviously out. So we're going to have a new name for this one. If we pull Matt's name again, he's out. Dennis Chapman. The 67 GS was a rough car the dealer sold for junk because the timing chain was out. That was pretty common back then. Dennis Chapman. On box number 2. Box number 3. 4 pieces in this box. Matt and Dennis are out. If we yank their names out, we will go pull another one. We want 4 separate winners. Zach Thompson. Think we can pull 4 separate names in a row? All right. Put Zach's name on that one. Yeah, there's actually stuff in it. And the last box was just a couple of pieces in it. The last smallest box, couple little things in there. Charles Fitz. All right. Well, that was cool. That was fun this month. Something kind of different. Few surprises in those boxes. Hobbins Hot Rods is here. That's right, Austin. You need more tickets next time. So that will pretty much do us for the March raffle. So you guys know what that means. We got to empty out the big Buick oil can. I tell you what, we're going to do one more thing before we dump the can. Before we dump the can, we're going to do one more thing. We're going to do one more drawing. The next name out of the can, and everybody's eligible, even if you were a winner, the next name out of the can gets the first 10 entries into next month's raffle. How about that? We'll do one more and everybody gets 10. Whoever the next name is gets 10 entries into the April raffle. No, Tweedledee, they're not going to get Heather. Oh, I had a couple of them stuck together. Scott's on with his Rebel Drivers Garage. You bet. Glad you were able to make it down. Finally get some content. Good to see you again. So, Lee Carr. So let's write Lee down for 10 raffle entries next month. Perfect. So, guys, check out Rebel Drivers Garage. He's going to get that video up next week that he shot here, just of him wandering around doing some content. So, Lee's going to start off the raffle next month. I got another idea. Let's give away 5 entries into next month. Let's do it one more time. 5 entries into next month. For Tweedledee. All right, let's mark that down for Tweedledee. And I don't want to dig through them all, so we'll get some new ones cut for next month. But those two, Lee and Tweedledee, are going to start off next month's raffle. In the meantime, time to empty the big Buick oil can. So we'll start that off next week by putting Lee and Tweedledee in there, and then we'll get started on this month's raffle. You're right. I do need to save some money for a haircut. I was going to do that this week, and this week got completely out of hand. But I do plan on getting a haircut, trust me. So, obviously, Lee and Tweedledee are going in next month's raffle, but what are we going to give them? What are we going to give away? Well, we've got something completely different. We tossed some ideas around last week, and I came up with something else cool. What do you do with license plates when they've got a rusty edge or missing a bunch of paint, or they're just scrap, or you got like half a plate, corner cut off a plate, things like that? What do you do with that? You know, when you hang your plates, you like to have nice orderly rows of plates, not something that's got an edge whacked off or missing a rusty edge or something like that. Double W Weston's back. No, I don't. I just need to get one. I got a pretty good stylist, though. I can't complain. My stylist does a pretty good job. So this month's raffle is something completely different. Frame them together. That's kind of where we're going with this. This is a custom built art piece. That's right. About 2 weeks. That's about right. From license plate. So I hope you guys like it. I know when Randy did our custom pinstripe work, you guys loved it. So I hope you guys like this because it's something completely different. We've never done anything like it before. If we don't sell any raffle tickets and I lose my butt on it, then we won't do anything like it again. But I did buy this specifically for the raffle because I thought it was pretty cool. I thought you guys might like it. So that being said, let's check it out. There again, I got to shuffle some things around here. we've got some custom-made license plate art for you guys. A V8 made from license plates. Now, the filler stuff, wrench, spark plugs, bolts, nuts, filling in where there were bad spaces, where the guy cut the good chunks of tags he had to work with, and then filled it in with spark plugs and nuts and bolts and things like that. Looks like 60s air tags, 68. I think that was a 75, 69, 67. So it is kind of neat. It's not extremely heavy. It is all tin. So it's just on a tin frame. So it's got a little bit of weight to it, but it's not bad. So it can be hung. Now, size-wise, it's right at about 3 feet tall. So when we look at this from the tip down here up to the top of these, right at about 3 foot. And across the top here, it is 25 and a half. So a little over 2 foot here and about 3 foot tall. So that's what we're going to give away. I hope you guys dig it. I hope you buy tickets for it. It's going to cost a little bit to ship it. I paid fair money for it, but I thought it was something you guys would like. And based on what I see and hear from comments as I'm trying to watch comments while I'm showing you guys this, looks like you guys are really excited about it. Dirty's here. So that's what we have for the April raffle. I don't know if I got a screw up here. I don't know if it'll hang or not. Let's see. I'll reposition it next week so I get it up here where it's a little more square. There was just happened to be a screw there. So yeah, I'll deal with it later. I'll get a new screw hung so we can get this thing up here and get a better look at it. But that's the April raffle piece. So this is obviously going to be the big piece. We'll throw some other license plates or something in there for second and third. But pretty cool piece. Lee and Tweedly D already have entries in to the raffle. So glad you guys like it and glad you guys are excited about it. Sometimes when I think of, when I'm trying to think of different things, cool things, sometimes I'm not sure if you guys are going to dig it or not, but obviously looks like lots of great comments and lots of cool ideas. Everybody's excited about this one. So the license plate V8 is going to be the raffle for April. Alan from Arizona is here. Okay, let me get caught up on comments here real quick. Okay, looks like seen a guy the other day that took plates like that and made a big pig out of them. Yeah, I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with them. You can picture it in your brain and make it work. So anyway, that's what we've got for April. Now, when are we going to give it away? Let's look at the calendar here. See what April looks like. Probably April 28th, because the 30th is on a Tuesday and the 1st is on a Wednesday. So probably the 28th. Let me look at May. Yeah, we'll do the 28th. April 28th. So, April 28th, we're going to give that super cool license plate V8 away to our lucky raffle winner. Lee has 10 entries. Tweedlee has 5 entries. And it's going to be a fun time and a good raffle this month, I think. So, with that, who's ready for auctions? You guys keep saying we want to do a bigger auction. We want to do an extended auction. We want more cool stuff. So that's what we've got for tonight. So let me get reshuffled. I got stuff everywhere here. Just bear with me for a minute. Clinton's ready to go. It's like, come on, let's go. Austin needs a Hudson badge. I can sign anything you want. Perfect, Dirty. We'll get you in there. Anything you guys want me to sign, I'm happy to do it. So let me shuffle some things around here and get some things set up around here for the auction. 2X, I think I might have some 2X left, Tweedlee D. I will have to double check and see. I think I've got a few 2X. I did talk to my shirt guy this week. 3X, I think I'm out of 3X, Johnny Nitro, but I will double check and see that as well. But I did talk to my shirt guy this week. I sent him some new pictures. He is going to start working up the new design. So if you don't have one of these shirts, I do have some left, but they are getting thin. And like I said, if we ever run this design again, it won't be this exact design. Even if we use something similar to this, we will tweak it next time. So do not have pocket tees, just regular tees that tell everybody that you're nobody. That way everybody knows that you're nobody. Dirty was wearing his yesterday. Sweet. Yeah, blow your nose on the mic. I'm sure he can, Kevin L. I'll try to let you guys know when I'm getting ready to put that new order in. If you guys need custom sizes, so wait to see the video on the Camaro. Which one, Rod? I've got right now. I'm pushing 70 F bodies. So not sure which one that you saw that we're waiting to do a video on, but I've got almost 70 Camaros and Firebirds right now. So auction time. Holy cow. You guys are going to have some fun tonight. I know I'm going to have some fun tonight because this is some cool stuff. A couple of reserve pieces. Fat man shirts. So anyway, as always, and I know a lot of you guys have been through this before, I try to run through it again because we do have some new people on here every time. White from the 70s. I just had a 71 come in that I haven't done a video on yet. I've got a 68 coming. That 68 is supposed to be here this week. I'm probably that 71 is what I'm thinking. That's probably the last one I've got. And I do need to get that video done. So 41 to 48 Nashes, do not have any of those, Pete. Just a couple of miscellaneous pieces that I've got on eBay for them, but do not have any 41 to 48 Nashes in stock right now at all. But as always, as we roll into an auction, we're going to show you a piece. We're going to talk about maybe that car a little bit. We'll show you any damage or issues with the particular piece. We may give you some dimensions on it so you know how big it is, what size it is, things like that. as we're talking about the piece, describing the piece, I don't think that car has seat belts in it. There's basically no interior left in that car other than some dash stuff. As we're describing the piece, if it's something that you're interested in, be sure to throw a bid out there so at least I know that we have some interest in that piece. After we get done describing the piece, we will go 2 minutes. I use my phone to track it right here. I keep an eye on it right here. I keep my phone right there on the corner of the computer so that I can keep an eye on comments on both YouTube and Facebook. I will tell everybody when 1 minute has passed. And I will tell everybody when 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. When I tell you 1:30 has passed, it's time to be thinking about your maximum bid because everybody has a delay. Some of it's 5 seconds, some of it's 30 seconds. We never know till we do a few things. So please bear that in mind. And when I tell you the minute 30 is gone, it's time to be swinging with your maximum bid. There's a lot of guys that after the first few items kind of figure out where they're at and they get really good. Last week we had 3 or 4 things that got sniped between 158 and 200. So some of those guys are getting really good. Some of those guys also come in at 201 and it's too late. But please bear that in mind. When I tell you a minute 30 is gone, be ready to be swinging with your maximum bid. I don't know how many F-bodies you can get on a 16-foot trailer, Pete, but it ain't going to work out very well if you try to get more than one. So that's right, Tweet the D, full dollar amounts only. I don't care if you only bump at $1. Just change gets too hard. Please remember, I'm trying to watch 2 formats. Things get busy, especially so. And there's some good stuff tonight. Trust me. So there's going to be some good stuff. Things are going to get interesting, and if it's not a full dollar amount, it just confuses things. So please bear that in mind. There's a couple of bigger toy trucks tonight that will have $10 shipping on them or pick up in April, as always. So please bear that in mind. I will tell you when those items come up. All the smaller items, which is most of what we'll do tonight, will have shipping included in the 48 states. If you're a non-U.S. buyer, you're more than welcome to play. However, you will need to figure out a way to get me paid, which is typically a money wire to the bank, or some of the Canadian guys can get a USPS money order, or some of those guys can get U.S. cash as well. No problem with that. And you will be responsible for non-U.S. shipping. This thing kind of feeds itself. So, some of those non-U.S. shipments can get really expensive really quick. And that's not fair to, to everybody else that's playing along that, if we spend a small fortune shipping a couple packages overseas, and then it's kind of hard to refill the coffers for everybody for the next time. So please bear that in mind. As always, if you've got any questions, you can always call me tomorrow or throw them up here if we get to them. But if you're not sure what's going on, you're still not sure what's happening, but we throw something up that you're interested in, you want to bid on it, go ahead, throw a bid in there. And if you've got any and you're still not sure, just give me a call tomorrow. If you miss me, leave me a quick voicemail. I do have the guy coming after the Impala tomorrow, so I will be tied up with him a little bit in the morning. So please keep that in mind. We got some happy faces coming. But like I said, you can always give me a shout. Leave me a quick voicemail if you miss me. I'll get back with you and we'll get it sorted out. So check, money order, Western Union, PayPal, friends and family. That's all fine. And like I said, I've got several boxes lined up back there for guys that are coming in April to pick stuff up. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get ready to get started. You got any other questions, throw them up there. We'll sure try to catch them. As always, we'll start off with a few smaller, lower dollar pieces, and so everybody can kind of get a feel for where their delays are at. I will announce all bids as I see them, even if it is not the high bidder, just so you guys can get an idea of what I am seeing on my end versus what you're seeing on your end. So much stuff tonight. A lot of this stuff is new. It just came in. Thanks, Dean. Appreciate that. Everybody's hit the subscribe button if you have not. And let's see what we got in here. We do have a pretty good mix tonight. Don't have a ton of emblems. I've got some emblems, but we've got license plates, toys, grease caps, hubcaps, literature. We've got a little bit of everything. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get my timer ready. There are a couple of bigger trucks that will be $10, and they're not huge. But they're kind of bulky, and a couple of reserve pieces. So I will mention those when we get to them, but not much. Most of it's just going to be normal stuff. So just got a really nice mix of a bunch of different cool stuff. So anyway, let's whip up a Hudson badge. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Starting off with a license plate, kind of a mid-grade quality plate, but it's got some age to it. It still has nice color, just has some light surface rust along the bottom on this 1958 Kansas plate. Still has really nice, good color, but like I said, we've got a little surface rust down here. Tweedledee at 5. Pawnee County, 4-digit, 1043. Austin at 15. This is a standard size, basically around 6 by 12 plate. Backside of it still looks really good as well with nice color on it. Blue background with yellow letters, 1958 Kansas, the wheat state. So not perfect, but not bad. So let's go ahead and get this thing on the timer and get rolling with it. We've got Austin at 15. Mark at 20 on Facebook. Dean at 22. Austin at 21. Cruz at 25 on Facebook. Martin Cruz at 18, but I've already got Cruz Alvarez at 25 on Facebook. Coming up on the 1 minute mark, Cruz at 25. Travis is reloading. One minute gone. 1 minute left to go. Cruz at 25 on Facebook. Martin at 26. And there's the minute 30 mark. 30 seconds left to go. Martin at 26. Getting close to the end on this one. Martin at 26. Leo at 27. And that does it. Leo snuck that 27 in there right at the end. Okay. Let's start off with a smaller grease cap. I think we've done something similar to this. So there again, start off with a few lower dollar pieces to kind of get everybody in the groove and figure out where their delays are at. This grease cap banged up a little bit, but kind of a neat one. You can still see most of the wording on this Overland. Z-Bear's here. This is a smaller grease cap, which means it's probably an earlier one. 2.5 inches in diameter across the back. You can see on the back where the wording was, so you know this was actually cast into the piece. Hex all the way around the outside edge. Like I said, whammoed right in the middle, but you can still see most of the Overland name. Randall the Nut Farm at 10, and it is about 1.5 inches deep, so not a big one. This is a smaller one. On the little Overland cap. Nut Farm at 10. Let's go ahead and get this thing on the timer. Adam at 10. I had Nut Farm first at 10. Nut Farm at 10 coming up on the 1 minute mark. Dean at 12. There's 1 minute. 1 minute gone. Adam at 12. I got Adam and Dean hung up at 12. But we still got almost a minute to go. So, Nut Farm at 15. Austin at 15. Brian at 15. Austin at 18. Okay, there we go. Austin at 18. Nut Farm at 20. Austin at 22. There's the minute 30 mark. A minute 30's gone. Austin at 22 on the little Overland grease cap. Nut Farm at 25. As we're getting close to the end of this one, I've got the Nut Farm at 25. Austin at 26 with a few seconds left to go. And that does it. Austin at 26. And there was the Nut Farms 27. I figured there was another one in there hiding. It just didn't make it in time. Let's do another little tiny toy truck. We've done various ones of these from various different manufacturers in various colors. And still have a few more to do, but they're all different. This one's a cool little Buddy L, a funky little Buddy L from the 70s. All 4 original Buddy L tires and wheels. Light blue in color, plastic bed, plastic body, and plastic nose and interior. Buddy L 1982. This is an 82 model. Adam at 10. Travis at 25. Travis likes these little trucks. He's not messing around. This one says 1982 on the little light blue Buddy L. Let me give you the length on this, and then we're going to get this thing on the timer. 4 5/8. 4 5/8 long, and we're live. We've got Travis at 25 on the little light blue Buddy L. Really nice shape. The nose isn't busted up. Windshield's a little bit discolored, but not broken. All original tires and wheels. The paint's not really chipped up, so it was never really played with too hard. Travis at 25. Mark at 26. And there's the 1 minute mark. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Mark at 26. Just kind of a cute little booger. And there's a minute 30. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Mark at 26 on Facebook. Uh-oh, Travis reloaded. Just cocked the hammer back. He must have another round in there somewhere. But we're going to find out here shortly because we're coming up on that 2 minute mark quickly. I've got Mark at 26 is what I'm still seeing. And that does it. Travis probably has another shot in there, but it didn't come in. Mark on Facebook at 26. It jammed up on Travis. All right, we need to get a can slid in here. All right, Harley Ironhead's here. How about a Goodrich tube repair outfit? This thing is early. Look at the BF Goodrich logo on the back of this can. Travis at 15. This is an all-metal can. Still has the original lid with the scuffer thing on there. It's got some stuff in it. Let's see what we got here. An old tube of Davis rubber cement, which is mostly gone, and I'm sure no good. Oh, it's got a chunk of patch. So still has a chunk of patch and the remains of the Davis rubber cement tube. We'll tuck that all back down in there. It is about 4 1/4 tall. Red, white, and blue, original paint, and about 2 inches in diameter. On the Goodrich tube repair kit, Travis at 15. Let's go ahead and get this thing on the timer. I wouldn't chew on it, no. All right, Travis must be the only person that likes tube repair kits. I don't know this. A lot of these were cardboard. This is actually a metal can, so. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. And there's the minute 30 mark. 1 minute, 30 seconds gone, 30 seconds left to go. Travis might snag this one pretty easily. I know Travis likes his cans, so. Nut Farm's got a few patch cans. They're kind of neat. But we're going to see here shortly. Travis may snag this one at 15 here today if we don't get any other hits. And we're getting close to that 2 minute mark. Dean at 16. And that does it. X-Ray Dean at 16. Okay, I've been promising you guys some plates from some different states. Let's start working some of those in as well. I've been trying to diversify my plate collection and also be able to offer you guys some different stuff. This one's banged up a little bit, but still has a pretty nice finish, and it is 76 years old. From the state of Ohio, 1948 Ohio plate. This does have a few extra holes in it. It does have some paint loss. It is kind of a pale yellow with black lettering. We can see more of the yellow on the back. Austin at 10. This is roughly a 6 by 12 plate as well, kind of the standard size. Leo at 25. It is right at 6 by 12 like we're used to on most of these plates. Some paint loss, but a nice shine, and still, considering it's 76 years old, not a terrible looking plate. So Austin at 10, Mark at 11, and I got Leo at 25. Leo at 25 on the 48 Ohio plate. And we've got a few other states mixed in tonight, and I'm going to kind of keep mixing in different states as we go. We'll still have some cool Kansas stuff, because that's what the bulk of my stuff is, but really trying to bring some diversity to it. I think I do have some Iowa. I don't have any tonight, I don't think. I don't have any tonight, but I think I've got some. I'll do some looking and try to mix some of those in if I do. Leo at 25. I think it's like a pale yellow. It's not really I thought it was almost an off-white, but I'm going to call it a pale yellow. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Virginia, I don't know if I got any Virginia. That I'm not sure about. Leo at 25, almost to that minute 30 mark. And there it is, a minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Just about ready to wind this one up. Leo at 25. And that does it. Leo at 25. Austin came back at 26, 2 seconds too late. Next, we're going to do kind of a different little can. Not even a car can. I bought a box of cans at the auction because there was one in there that I wanted. But there's some other oddball ones in there, but I think they're kind of cool. So I'm going to throw it up. And if you guys don't like it, we don't have to worry about it. If you guys like it and you want to bid on it, that's cool. We'll sell it. This is actually a seasoning can, like a kitchen type can. And I don't know if some of your wives collect kitchen type stuff or whatever, but this is really neat. It's small, but it's for Ben-Hur Pure Poultry Seasoning. No idea if you guys are going to like this or not. Tony's here with us. I know I paid too much money for the box to get the one piece I wanted, so I need to do something with some of these. So I thought I'd see if there was any interest in it. Toys. Yes, we've got some toys coming. Travis, start us off at 12. It does say Ben-Hur on both sides. It does have the original cap on it. Year, I don't know. It is all metal. It does not say a year on there. Don't see a year on it anywhere. But it is an all metal can with this weird wonky cap on it. I don't know, have any idea. It's early, it's old, but I don't have any idea on a year. And it is kind of small. Let me give you a dimension, and we're going to get this thing on the timer. Okay, it's 3 1/4, 2 1/4, 1 1/4. Pete remembers the caps, so anyway, let's get this thing started. Travis at 12. Early 50s, I think that would be a reasonable guesstimate, Zach. I really do. Sebastian's back with us. Haven't seen Sebastian in a while. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Travis at 12. '50s and '60s is what Google's showing, is what Dirty saw. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Travis at 12. Might be our only player on this thing. Like I said, I don't know. It's something different, but I thought it was cool. Just about ready to wrap this one up. This must be Travis, must be our only player on this one. And that does it. Zach was in there, but it was too late. Travis at 12. That thing was 201, and Zach popped up 13. Leo had 15. Travis kind of snuck out of there with that one. They were in there gunning for him. I'm going to sell something else to you guys, or if you guys are interested. This is a reproduction piece. It's been laying here for quite a while. It's really cool, but I'm not going to do anything with it. So we're going to sell it. It is dated 1991. So we'll see what you guys think. Fly or something in here. But it's cool. I just don't know what I would do with it. The Boyer fire apparatus mounted on a Graham chassis. It's a little sign, but it is a reproduction sign. You guys can see that clearly or not. Great looking piece. It is dated 1991 on it, is when it was made. So this is not a period correct piece. Kind of crazy that 1991, it does have some age to it. It's 20 and a half by 10 and a quarter. So, what do you guys think of this? Is this something anybody's interested in? Travis is starting us at 10. So, Austin's at 10. We got everybody at 10. Austin at 15. Let's get this thing on the timer. Dean at 12. I've got Austin at 15. So, we're going to go ahead and sell it on the Boyer fire apparatus mounted on a Graham chassis, a little sign from 1991. So not period correct, but a kind of a different piece. Austin at 15. Minute gone, minute left to go. Austin at 15. Minute 30 is gone, 30 seconds left to go. Just about ready to wind this one down. And that does it. Austin at 15. So we can throw that in his box for April 20th. Hudson Badge. Let's grab another grease cap. This one another one, kind of a more common one, but it's one of those that has a great patinaed look to it. For our Ford fans, Pappy's here. Check this one out. Like I said, not a rare one since it's a Ford, but it just has a cool look to it. The Ford shining. Zach got his first RC car on eBay. Nice. This one was one that actually had tabs that snapped on it on the back here. So not a threaded one like we're familiar with on a lot of these. Ford, made in the USA. So this is an early original one, but not an extremely rare one. Travis at 15. It's about 2.5 in diameter on this one. So kind of a smaller one. Just has kind of a neat look to it. The Ford's nice and crisp and clear, but kind of a good looking piece. So we've got Travis at 15. We are live on the timer. And boogieing on this one. And 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Just kind of getting the next several items lined out here and organized. One minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Looks like Travis is the only guy on this one, too. But you never know. There may be a sniper hiding in there. Frank at 20. And that did it. Frank slid that 20 in there right at the end. Frank at 20. Waited all the way to the end to show his cards, and he got it done. We still got some really cool grease caps coming up, guys. So let's get a few more plates slid in here. Another one of these plates that I really like. I'm keeping some of these, and I've got a couple more to sell in various years. But the South Dakota plates with Mount Rushmore on them. I just thought they did a great job with these. This particular one, 1965. These were just steel on the back. Travis at 20, printed on the front. This was kind of a off-white with green letters. Clark's got to jump off. Glad you were here. Let's see. Travis at 20, Mark at 10. So I've got Travis at 20 on YouTube. On the 1965 South Dakota with Mount Rushmore on it. Pappy, 22. Mark 21. I've already got Pappy at 22 on YouTube. Mark 23. Pappy 25. Mark 26. One minute down, 1 minute left to go. Alex at 35. A minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Alex at 35. Tony at 36. Pappy 38. Couple seconds left. We're just about ready to wrap this up. Zach at 45, right at the 2:00 mark. Whew. Zach had no time left. That was like 1:59 going to 2:00 when that came through. Zach at 45. Let's catch another toy. This one I think is missing something. I don't know what, but it is a nice Hubley and it's not broken. I think it was a fire truck based on a 41 to 47, or no, excuse me, 42 to 47 era Ford. Lots of paint loss on this, but not a lot of physical damage. But it is missing something back here. I don't know if this was a fire truck, a tow truck. It has maybe it was a tow truck because it has like a winch here where like it would have had a piece of string. So maybe this was like, had like a tow bar back here, I'm guessing. The nose, to me, looks just like a 42 to 47 Ford truck. Travis at 15. Does say Hubley Kitty toy on the bottom side here. Does appear to be all original tires and wheels. Just missing, probably a towing apparatus is what I'm guessing. But no breaks or chips in it, just paint loss on this Hubley. So let's see. Adam at 18. I got Travis at 15, but I got Adam at 18 on Facebook. Let's get this thing on the timer on the little Hubley. It does have a dent in the roof, I just noticed. But I don't see any actual breaks in the body of the truck. Travis at 20 on the little Hubley. Let me give you a size on this thing, too. It's a little bit bigger than normal. This is almost 9 3/4. So it's almost 9 3/4 long, a little under 10 inches. Travis at 20. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Even the front bumper's not chipped off. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left. Travis at 20. Just about done with this one. Travis at 20. And that does it. Travis at 20. That was a great deal. Adam had a 22 in there, but it was too late. It didn't pop up till after we were already done. All right, let's slide in a different license plate. This one does have about half the paint loss on it, but it's something different and kind of cool. We'll see if you guys like it or not. California, 1947. The metal is good, but there's just a lot of paint loss on the bottom of this plate. It's not rusted out. It's all intact. It's all here. It's just like half the paint fell off. Literally, like half the paint fell off. Pappy at 20. It is 13 3/4 by 6 1/8. So 13 3/4, almost 14 inches long. A little bit bigger than most of these normal plates. Dean at 23. Like I said, the top half looks great. It's just the bottom half, literally like half the paint fell off. Dean at 23. Let's get this thing on the timer on the 1947 California plate. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. I don't know. It kind of makes you wonder, Pappy, when everybody just kind of sitting there, especially on an old California plate like this. But not much happening. We're almost to that minute 30 mark. Minute 30's gone. 30 seconds left to go. Dean's getting worried. Few seconds left. Austin at 25. Pappy at 25. Tony at 28. Austin at 30 right at the end. Austin at 30. Holy cow, that got crazy at the end. I had Austin at 30 right at the 2 minute mark. They were all over the place right there at the end. Yeah, Dean was getting nervous. He had a reason to be. Holy cow. 5 bids right there in the last 3 or 4 seconds. Austin at 30. Mike from Texas is here. Okay, let's slide in another grease. Or no, we got a grease cap coming up. Oh, actually, that's a couple ways down. Grease caps, cans, all kinds of cool stuff, and a few ads. So we did a few of these last week. I'm going to see what you guys think of this batch. On some of these old school black and white airplane pictures, I've got 5 pictures here that I want to share with you guys and see what you think. This first one's kind of heavy stock, card stock, almost like cardboard of a guy in the cockpit. Another one of a pilot in his flight suit. And that's what it says on the back. This picture is dated 1959 on this aircraft. This one is super early. I don't know how early this thing is, but it is old. And another one that is probably 20s or 30s era on this black and white photograph. So, another batch of the super early black and white aviation pictures. So, are you guys like some more of these, or you kind of done with them? I don't know. I just, you guys seemed to like them last week, so I grabbed a couple handful, or not another handful. This is all I've got tonight to see if you guys were interested in them, but apparently not, because we don't see any bids coming in on this batch of 5 pictures. Okay, Austin at 10. Okay, we'll go ahead and sell them then, because they are cool. So we'll go ahead and roll with them. Austin starting us off at 10. Maybe that's all they are. I don't know. Adam at 5. I've got Austin at 10. Tractor Mike's got little airplane emojis all over the place. So Austin at 10. We're on the timer on the whole set of 5. One minute gone. 1 minute left to go. That's fine, Austin. Yeah, you can take your picture with the airplane. Minute 30's gone. 30 seconds left to go. Coming out of the end, Austin at 10. Don't know if there's snipers on these or not. These may be going to Austin. We're going to find out here in just a few seconds. And that'll do it. We'll put those in Austin's pile. Paper clipping back together here. And something super cool coming up for our can collectors. Even though it's a box. But it falls under the can heading. I'm going to put it under the can heading. This thing is early. It's banged up a bit, but it is super early. It is really cool. On this AC spark plugs, the standard spark plug of the world on this metal box for AC plugs. Check this thing out. I don't know how old this is, 20s. The top is banged up a little bit. It still has good graphics. Hinged in the back. It is empty inside. Tony at 10. Dean at 13. 5 3/8 by 3.5. So just over 5 by 3.5. All metal, AC spark plug, standard spark plug of the world. Super cool little box. We've got Nut Farm at 20. So let's go ahead and roll with this on the AC spark plug box. Super early, pretty good graphics still on this one, considering it's probably close to 100 years old. So the Nut Farm at 20 is my current high bid. Dean at 23. Fireball's Garage is here. Justin's on with us. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Dean at 23. And there's that minute 30 mark. Nut Farm at 30. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Nut Farm at 30. Getting ready to wind this one down. Coming down to the end. Nut Farm at 30. Super cool piece. Tony at 31. Pete 33. And that does it. Pete at 33. Great piece. I like those. And there's the Nut Farm at 35. Everybody was swinging that, and those are great pieces. So. And speaking of great pieces, the next one we got is a super great piece too. Back to some grease caps for our grease cap fans. I don't think we've sold one of these ever before. I've got one or two. I got another one last Thursday. This one's a statement piece for a grease cap collection. Travis is at 20 and he doesn't even know what it is. And trust me, you're okay at that. This is a bigger one because it's off of a bigger car. Yes, this is a beauty from the Packard Motor Car Company. A little more to this one. That's right. It looks like everybody's been to sniper school. Tweet the D25. This is 3 7/8. So a little under 4 inches in diameter. And 2 1/4 tall. Lots of action on this, which doesn't surprise me. Alex at 40 is our current high bidder on both formats here. The Packard Motor Car Company is nice and clear the way it's stamped in here. This was how you took it off, was in here. That's where the hex was. It is internal thread on the back where this screwed in, as most of these are. Packard Motor Car Company, Detroit, Michigan. Let's get this thing on the timer, and we have Travis at 45. Between both looking at Facebook and YouTube, because there's already about 10 bids on this thing. So Travis at 45. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Travis at 45, but I got a feeling this one isn't done. Coming up on the minute 30 mark. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Travis at 45. Nut Farm at 50. Alex at 55. A little bit of time left, but we're getting thin. Alex at 55. And that does it. Alex at 55. Adam had a 58 hiding over there on Facebook that came in just a little bit late. So Alex barely snuck that one out because Adam was shooting for him. It just came in a couple seconds too late. How about another toy? This is a bigger toy. $10 to ship this one. Not a huge one, but a little bit more to it than some of the smaller ones. And these just get kind of bulky, so no problem, Kevin. Hope everything's all right. Travis starting it off at 20. This is a little bit rougher, but it is really cool. It's banged up a little bit. It's definitely got some scratches. It is a Nylint brand on this Ford Econoline. This roof is down just a little bit. I don't know if it needs tweaked just a hair. But it's banged up. It's got scuffs. It's got scratches. It does have all the original wheels and hubcaps. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell or not, but these actually do say Ford on these hubcaps right here in the middle. If we can get one up here real close, maybe you guys can make it out where it says Ford on it. Like I said, chips, scratches, does still have a tailgate, does still have both grills, does still have the front bumper. So actually it sits up. It's just tweaked a little bit. See, it actually kind of holds. It just gets bumped and then it falls back in. So this one was definitely played with, but there is still not. Yeah, you're right. It is U-Haul colors. That's true. So don't know if this was maybe part of a U-Haul set or anything originally, but kind of a cool piece. It is all metal other than the tire. So we're going to put $10 shipping on the Ford Econoline. Nice as Nylint toys right in the back of the bed as well. So Travis at 30. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling and on the timer. Dean at 32. Adam at 30 over here as well, but I had Dean at 32. Travis at 33. Adam at 35. Michael Brown's here with us. Glad Michael made it back for a while. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Adam at 35. And there's the minute 30 mark. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Adam at 35. Pappy says they are U-Haul. They used to have a trailer with them. Okay. I guess it does have a little hitch back here. So this would have originally had a U-Haul trailer with it. Got about a second and a half delay on Facebook, says Steve. We're just about ready to wrap this one up. Adam at 35. Any snipers out there? Austin, 36. And that does it. Austin, Travis Howard had a 47 in there, but it came in at 202. Austin at 36. I thought that one was all Adams there until about the last 3 seconds. How about we do some more plates? Something a little bit different. We've done consecutive numbers. We've done groups of years, things like that. How about the same number? How about a set of plates all the same number? Does anybody like number 72? How about 72 and a 67? How about 72 and a 73? And how about 72 and a 75? All number 72s. 3 different years, but all number 72. Travis at 30. These are all in pretty decent shape. We'll start off with the earliest one, the 1967. Light blue, really pretty nice condition. In fact, I think it's new, actually. This one, the 67, I believe, is new old stock. If we look at all the bolt holes, there's no signs of screw scratches on it. So this 67 trailer plate, I think, is new old stock. The 73 has been used. We can see it's had screws in it, but still very nice condition. Dark green and yellow, Green Bay Packer type colors on this number 72. And on the 1975-72, once again, this one has been used. It says Wheat Centennial on this one. We can see it has had screws in it up here, but still very nice deep color on the kind of a forest green with white numerals on this one. These are standard 6x12 size plates. All 3 of them, 1 bid, all number 72. Already a ton of bids on these. And it looks like Dirty at 80 is our high bidder. All 3 of them, one-shot deal. You're getting all of them. We've got Dirty at 80. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Dirty at 80. Coming up on the minute 30 mark, almost there. This one may have been done before it was even started. Tons of bids coming in right out of the gate, and Dirty threw that 80 out there. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. All 3 plates, 3 different years, all number 72. Just about ready to wrap this one up. Anybody going to try to outrun 80 from Dirty? Pappy at 85. Dirty at 100, and that does it. Dirty at 100 right at the 2-minute mark. Well, he was ready with that shot because you couldn't have got that in any tighter. But, man, you got that in at the 2-0-0 just barely. Holy cow. He was watching, I think, and ready. Yeah, I figured you were ready because you couldn't have got that in any quicker. So, yeah, Pappy was a hair too quick. Gave him just that much of a window to slide another bit in. Let's go back to another plate, only we're going to go out of state and we're going to go old. We're going to go old into a different state. In fact, we're going to go back 100 years to Minnesota. I didn't think anything lasted in Minnesota. I thought everything rusted out in Minnesota. But this license plate did not. 1924 Minnesota. Travis started us off at 40. This is original paint. It's got some wear to it, but man, it really still looks pretty darn decent. MIN 24. Backside still looks good. Like I said, I didn't think anything survived in Minnesota. $15 3/4 by 5 3/8. So 15 3/4, 5 3/8. Travis at 50. Let's get this thing on the timer on this cool old 100-year-old Minnesota plate. I mean, really, it's straight. It's not bent up. Kind of a navy blue with white letters. Pretty decent finish for a 100-year-old plate from Minnesota, especially because I thought everything in Minnesota rusted away. But apparently this plate survived. Perfect, Dirty. Appreciate that. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Travis at 50. Coming up on the minute 30 mark. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Travis at 50. 24 was before they salted the roads. That could be. Yeah, that's true. Most of the roads were probably still dirt in 24. That's a great point, Z-Bear. Hadn't really thought of it from that perspective, but you are right. Travis at 50, about ready to wind this one down. Alex, 55. And that does it. Alex at 55. Alex, 55 kind of seems to be Alex's number tonight. Tony had a 60 in there, but didn't quite make it in. I've got to check and see, Justin. We had that question earlier about what I've got left for 2 and 3X shirts. So I will do some looking and let you guys know what I've got left on 2 and 3XLs, since we're getting low on this style and going to have the new shirts coming out here hopefully soon. All right, let's do another fun little can. We've done a few similar to this in the past. I love these things. I've got my own collection of a few dozen of them on these super cool little Travartic bank cans. This is a little dinky one. This is a composite. It is a cardboard. It was a bank. It had the slot in it. Phillips 66 Trop Arctic. Trop Arctic motor oil exceeds all known manufacturers' warranty requirements. Changed to Trop Arctic. Phillips Petroleum Company, Bartlesville, Oklahoma. 2 5/8. Zach's got to jump off. Glad you were here. By 2. 2 5/8 by 2. Travis at 20 on the little super cool Phillips 66 bank. And we are live and rolling. Travis at 20, and we're ticking away. We're working our way towards the 1 minute mark. And we've got another killer truck coming up and a couple of other killer things coming up too here soon. So just about to 1 minute. There it is. 1 minute gone. 1 minute left to go. Travis at 20. And minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Travis may have knocked everybody out of this right out of the gate, but these are great little pieces. I've got several of them in different styles. So just about ready to wrap this one up. Looks like this one might be Travis's unless there's a sniper hiding out there. And that does it. Travis just locked that one in right out of the gate. All right. Let us slide a badge bundle in here. It's not the best badge bundle we've ever done, but we haven't done one in a while, and I keep forgetting to slide some in. So we're going to do a badge bundle for our Oldsmobile fans, something a little bit different tonight. 3 of them in here. Not a super exciting one, but I keep forgetting to get some badges ready for you guys. And I don't want to completely forget about them, but I have been. First one, just a little plastic rocket. Probably came out of a metal base type thing, but this is the plastic black background gold rocket, 2 1/4 inches tall on this little Oldsmobile. And we've got an S off of a Cutlass S as well. This is a pop metal stud mount badge. We got ads. Okay, lots of ads. We'll give it a second here. Four and an eighth on the little S. So, an Cutlass S, an Oldsmobile rocket, and the one I like the most that I think is pretty cool, it's a horn button for a little F85, an early 60s era Olds F85. So all 3 of these, like I said, not the best badge bundle, but we haven't done one in a while. I keep forgetting to get some more ready. So this had a couple clips on the back, and it is 2 1/2 inches in diameter. So Tony at 10 on the Oldsmobile badge bundle. Let's get this thing rolling on the timer. Dean at 14. Trying to find a way to hold all these, especially I like these old F85s. I always thought those were kind of cool. You guys can see most of this stuff this way. There we go. Travis at 20. Travis at 20. We're working our way towards that 1 minute mark. All three of them, one-shot deal. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. It would make a cool belt buckle. That's true. Tony, 22. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Got another cool can coming up next. Tony at 22. Just about ready to wind this one down. Matt, 24. And that does it. Matt at 24. Tony had a 25 in there just too late. I thought you had that one, Tony. Matt kind of slid in on you there right at the last second. Well, about 2 seconds. It was about 157, 158 when he came in there. So just enough time to slide in there and not give you enough time to take another shot. All right, back to our cans. This is a new one. I will have to drain it because I don't want to ship it full. I think this is late 50s, early 60s. No barcode. It is a metal can. Something kind of different, and it's kind of a different size. For Wins, who remembers Wins friction proofing? Wins friction proofing automatic. This is, like I said, this is new old stock. I will need to drain it. Reduces exhaust smoke. Wins automatic, reduces oil burning, increases gasoline mileage, improves engine pep and power, decreases blow-by, restores oil pressure, delays overhaul, seats valve guides, extends spark plug life, quiets hydraulic valve lifters and other engine noises, and it is the only product of its kind containing Wins friction proofing. So, cool piece. Anything that talks about any more seals, valve guides, things like that, got to have some age to it. Wins automatic friction proofing. Good looking can, nice colors. Has this cool little dude on the top, the automatic right on top, reduces oil burning, quiets noisy engines, and improves compression because he says so right there. Even got his official little pointer there to make it look important. Details on the back. It does do it all, Kenny, that's for sure. Wins Oil Company, Azusa, California. Let's get this thing on the timer. Lots of bids already, and it looks like we've got Travis at 30. Travis at 30 as we come close to the minute mark. Dennis at 40. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Dennis at 40. Travis at 45. Ads. I'm going to stop the timer real quick, see if that's clear or if it's just one ad. Yep, we've got ads. So stopped it at 1:30. We got 30 seconds left here once we get it all clear from you guys. You guys all clear and ready to go? Okay, 30 seconds left. We're going. Travis at 45. 30 seconds left. Travis at 45. Leo's thirsty. Good idea. Travis at 45 as we're coming down to the wire on this one. Few seconds left. Travis at 45. And that does it. We got more. Pete at 47, just a hair too late. Travis at 45. We got a couple more grease caps coming up, Randall. In fact, the next one is a grease cap. Travis at 45. A couple other bits. Pete was in there gunning, but Travis at 45 got that one done. All right, back to grease caps. Yeah, I can sign it. That's not a problem. Michael's got to jump off. Glad you stopped by tonight for a while, Michael. This one's a Studebaker. At least I think it's a Studebaker. It's what it reminds me of on this particular grease cap with the big S on it. Hex head around here, obviously, to take it off. All right, let me mark. You want me to sign that one, so. On the Studebaker. This one's about 3 inches in diameter. We can see the internal threads back here. The S is stamped in it. We can obviously see the S from the backside as well. Banged up a little bit around here, but overall, pretty decent looking grease cap. Travis at 15. Travis is on fire tonight. And let's get rolling on this Studebaker grease cap. We're taking away Travis at 15. Yep, that's true. Adam at 18 on Facebook. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Adam at 18. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Z-Bear 25. Coming out of the wire, I got Z-Bear at 25. And that does it. Z-Bear at 25. All right, we got a few more things laid out here yet, and then we'll see where we're going to go from there. I got a couple of different, another handful of buggy steps this week. And I've got one laid out here that is really cool and really different. Check out the pattern on this one. Does have a little bit of information cast into the bottom of it. Pretty good drop on this one. About a 9-inch drop almost on this one. T-bar mounting, good drop. It almost kind of looks like, I always thought it was 1910, but then it looks like it's got, I think it's 1910 with a B on it. I'm not really sure. Is it 1910 with a B? If it is 1910, obviously this could be auto or buggy, but not really sure. There again, this is a solid cast iron piece, pretty heavy duty. Clinton at 10, starting us off. 4-inch step by 3.5. This is a single in this particular pattern. Let's go ahead and roll with this thing. Clinton at 10 on the old school cast iron buggy step with this really cool pattern cast into it. This is old school, 100-year-old, 100-plus-year-old cast iron. Not bent up, not broke. Dean at 15. Kind of a cool piece. And even look here where it obviously bolts on right here. And it even had the little brace cast in it, the little support cast in it here to help strengthen this area of the step. So like I said, unique pattern. Don't really know what it was for, what it would have been used on. If it is 1910, could have been early automobile or buggy in that window. Dean at 15. Pancake flipper. There you go. Scoop it up. 1 minute left. 1 minute left to go. Clinton at 18. Yeah, no kidding. Those would be tough on shins. Clinton at 18. Yeah, it's got a little meat to it. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Dean at 19. Coming out of the end, X-Ray Dean at 19. Leo at 23. Adam at 20. Clinton at 20. Leo at 23. Leo at 23. 3 bids right there at the end. 2 $20 bids. And Leo at 23. All right there in the last 2 seconds. Holy cow. But kind of a neat one. Kind of a different pattern. Leo hasn't got much tonight, so good score for Leo. Where's our can guys at? Great looking can for our can guys. For our international fans, the IH multi-purpose grease. Travis started us off at 20. Nice looking can, probably 70s era. This is metal. It was new. I did have to scrape the grease out of it because of weight. Does have some scuffs and scratches and dents. There's the seam on it. That is a steel can. IH logo nice and clear on it. Kind of a reddish orange. Original cap. It's about 4 1/8 in diameter, so just a tick over 4 inches. And 2 5/8 tall. That step is for a Benz motor wagon. Wow, that's cool. All right, let's get this thing live. On the timer, we've got Travis at 20. Travis at 20 on the IH can. I know we got some IH fans out there, so. Looks familiar to dirty. That sounds. Oh, his dad worked for an international dealer. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. We do have some people that like international memorabilia. I know you don't like internationals, Tractor Mike, but. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Travis at 20. Tweedledee at 21. And that does it. Tweedledee at 21. All right, let's catch one more plate, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. Dennis had a 22 hiding in there, but it was too late. Let's get a Hudson badge up there. Let's catch one more plate, and then we'll see where we're at, because we're coming up on 3 hours already. So another one from a different state, though. We'll mix it up a little bit. Illinois. A toy I got one more toy truck with that I was going to put a reserve on that we can do. Illinois, 1941 with great color. Check this thing out. Nice shine, kind of a yellowish orange, black letters, 41, and still looks this good. I was kind of surprised the way this one cleaned up with the shine on it. Travis at 25 on the Illinois 1941. Seems a little bit smaller than a typical one. It is 11 1/4 by 5 1/2. 11 1/4 by 5 1/2. So a little bit smaller than our typical roughly 6 by 12 plates. But still looks pretty good. The backside has some scratches and some scuffing on it. But still a pretty decent looking plate on this 1941 Illinois. So let's get this thing rolling. Travis at 25. Travis has been throwing out some fair numbers right out of the gate and knocking some people out, I think. So we'll see what happens with his 1941 Illinois. Coming up on the 1 minute mark, 41 Illinois, Travis at 25. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Coming up on that minute 30 mark, that's right, Dean, we've got crickets. Good looking play. I don't know if anybody's out there playing for it or not. 30 seconds left to go. There's the minute 30 mark, 30 seconds left. Travis at 25. It's about ready to wind this one up. It looks like Travis is going to get it unless there's a sniper out there. And that does it. Holy cow. 4 bids as soon as it passed 2 minutes. Yeah. Travis got it at 25, and there were 4 bids that would have knocked him out that came in between 2 and 202. Sign it. Okay, I can do that, Travis. Wow. So how lucky can Travis be on that deal? I call it at his $25 bid, and then Pappy at 30, Austin at 26, Tony at 34, and Dean at 27, all between 2 and 202. So, crazy. All right. I got piles of stuff here yet, guys, but yeah, that's true. Internet gods were definitely in Travis's favor. Because, I mean, I had already called it at 2 minutes, and then boom, 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 all these other bids are pouring in. I've got all kinds of stuff piled up here, but I've still got this other truck, and I've got another really killer can that I was going to put reserves on. If you guys want to see those, we can talk about those. We're 250 in on time. We can hold them till later and push them off till next week. Kind of whatever you think. You guys want to see the can? Okay. The only reason I'm even considering this is it is a duplicate. I really don't want to sell it. But I thought I would throw it out there. Everybody wants to see both. Okay, we'll start with the can. I don't want to sell either one of these. I'm kind of on the fence on both of them. So that's why I wanted to put them with the reserve on. So this can is, if you're a Mopar guy, this is a killer can. It's got a little bit of paint loss at the bottom, but great graphics and a good looking piece. Mopar radiator rust resistor protects the cooling system from rust. Plymouth, DeSoto, Chrysler, and Dodge. Original cap. The DCPD logo on the side. Actually, on both sides. And on the back of this thing, it has the directions. But what is really sets this thing off is look at the back side of this. DeSoto, Plymouth, Dodge, and Chrysler. Those logos are all from the late 30s. Those logos are all 36, 37, 38 era. So this has got to be late 30s. Now, it obviously has some paint loss down here at the bottom. It's kind of a rusty brown color, I guess, on the Mopar radiator rust resistor. So Leo at 30, and that isn't going to quite do it on this one. We'll see if there's anybody else interested. If not, I'm going to throw it back on my shelf. I'll set it next to my other one if I have to, but the early graphics, the early logos, the nice shine, great looking can. So keep an eye on things, and if nothing else happens, I'm going to throw this back in the corner. So, okay. I see nothing else happening. Austin's not a Mopar guy, so. Dennis, 45. We're getting close. I think it needs to be in the 50 to 60 window for me to let this thing go, because it's just too good. So we're getting close. We'll give it a few more seconds, see if we get bumped a little bit more, see if we're in on this thing. Adam at 40, Dennis at 45. And like I said, I'm really not upset at all if there is no more bids on this thing, because I really, the better it cleaned up, was like the more I liked it. So we're close. If that's going to be it, then maybe, and that may be all it's worth. I don't know, guys. I just dig it. So, all right, we're going to throw this one back down. This next piece is a toy that I bought specifically to sell, quote unquote, till I cleaned it up and started looking at it. We'll see what you guys think of this thing. This is a stamped steel. Does not have a brand name on it, except for the store that sold it on the Coast to Coast truck. There again, this thing polished up great. Says Coast to Coast stores on both sides. Obviously does have some chipping and paint loss. If it was a Chevy can, it would have sold. Could have been. That may have been it. Still has the grill in it. No interior in this. It is a basic stamped steel piece. The bed is fixed. Yeah, I don't know where Big Job's at tonight. All four tires and wheels still there. This left front is slightly different. Leo's at 50. Big Job's probably stuck watching ads. That could be it. This one tire and wheel on the left front looks different than the rest of them. I'm not sure, Pappy. It says something on the tires, and I'm trying to. One tire says something. Moline something. Moline, Illinois. Yeah, it is say Buddy L on one tire. It does say Buddy L on one of these tires. So that could have been who made it for the Coast to Coast stores. I'm sure it was sold through the Coast to Coast stores. But apparently probably was made by Buddy L. They probably just didn't want they wanted their own brand on it. It's probably how they wanted it done. So anyway, Leo at 50, no other bids on it. We'll probably throw this one back down too. Because like I said, I bought it and thinking I was going to sell it until I got it cleaned up, and it kind of really started growing on me. So I thought I'd throw it up there, see what you guys think. But I'll probably throw it back on the shelf. Yeah, that's true. It sure seemed like that. Maybe that's why he had to take the night off. Whoa, look at that. Who's that? He was in there hiding. 75. I just ran over my shoestring. Hold on here, guys. Big Job's been hiding out there. Yeah, maybe he just got done with the ads. Leo at 77. What do you think, guys? Should we sell it? $10 shipping on it and sell it? So we'll put $10 shipping on this one because it is an all metal truck. Sell it, sell it, sell it. So, all right. You guys want to sell it? Let's roll with it. We'll put it on the timer. Leo at 77. Sell it and get a haircut. Yeah, probably need to do that. $10 shipping. Leo at 77. And let's go with it. We're live on the timer. Leo at 77. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. EJ at 80. He texted it to me. I don't know why he texted it to me. I don't know if he's not on or what, or if he's got a problem. EJ at 80. I don't know if he's got an issue with his feed tonight and is trying to bid and it didn't come through. EJ at 80. Leo 81. Leo at 81. A few seconds left on this one. Pappy 85. Big job 99, and that does it. Big job at 99. That one right there at the end. Boom, boom, boom. Big job at 99. Big job of just sitting there all night waiting for that, I think. And it is cool, man. I love that thing. That is a great truck. Coast to coast decals on both sides. All right. How about one more license plate and we'll wrap this thing up tonight, guys. No regular courts tonight. Let's catch one more license plate because we're already at 3 hours. And then we'll go ahead and call this a night. 1932. 1932 Kansas. Check this one out. Orange background, black letters, pretty nice plate. Considering, there again, we're what? 80 some. How old is that? 80. I don't know. My brain's not even working anymore. 92 years old. Let's give you some dimensions on this one because this is one of those long, narrow ones. 14.5 by 4 3/8. 14.5 by 4 3/8. Lots of bids. Adam at 20, Travis at 20, Tweedledee 25, Travis at 26. All right, let's go ahead and get this rolling. Travis at 26. Cloud County. Travis at 26. Last piece for the night, for the big auction night. Ticking away. Travis at 26, coming up on that 1 minute mark. Z-Bear 32. Yeah, no kidding. A shipping container for Austin and Travis. Austin's picking up April 20th. He's planning on coming. 1 minute gone. 1 minute left to go. Z-Bear at 32. A minute 30's gone. 30 seconds left to go. Z-Bear 32 on the good-looking 32 plate. Coming out of the end, Tony at 36. Tweedledee at 36. I had Tony first at 36. Leo 39. Big Job 40. And that does it. Big Job at 40. Z-Bear came in right after Big Job, but I had Big Job at 40. All right, guys. Well, we've been on for 3 hours, so yep, 2 in a row for Big Job. Unless you want one more plate. I still got, well, if you want one more plate, we'll do one more plate. If not, we'll go ahead and wrap things up. You guys tell me if you want to squeeze one more in. Big Job even got hit by an ad. One more plate. Okay. Shirts are 22 for like everything extra large on down and 24 for like 2 and 3X. One more. Okay. This is a good looking one. These have great colors. Another Kansas plate. Really nice, except it's got one hole in the middle of it on this 1941 Kansas. This 41 plates are, I've always thought they're really sharp. A nice, deep, bright red with the yellow numbers on it. Really pops. This one does have a hole drilled right in the middle of it. But overall, still looks pretty darn decent. Tweedledee at 20. Leo at 29. The backside looks just about as good. 12 3/8 by 5 3/4. Pappy at 30. Let's get this thing on the timer. Last piece for the night. The 1941 Kansas plate. Great colors. Chiefs colors, that's true. Pratt County on this one. Pappy at 30. Dean at 32. Still got Adam over here on Facebook kind of sneaking around too, so keeping an eye on him over there. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Dean at 32. Yeah, I never saw you on Facebook at all, Big Job. Yeah, I just scrolled back through the bids, never saw your name pop up. Minute 30's gone, 30 seconds left to go. Dean at 32. Tweedledee 34. Kenny at 35. And that does it. Kenny Peterson at 35. Pappy had a 35 right after that. Holy cow. There they go. 36, 39, 36, 36. Holy cow. Kenny at 35 is who we had at the 2-minute mark. And then 6 or 8 more bids after that. So, yeah, you got lucky on that one, Kenny. Holy cow. All right. Guys, that's over 3 hours. I'm sure you guys are getting tired. We'll give you another Hudson badge. We'll give you an Auburn badge. And we'll even give you the big Kahuna Auburn badge. That's right, Tony. You took a bunch of shots out there and just kept getting snuck out at the end. But what a night. A lot of fun. I kind of figured you were going for 36 on that, Pappy, not 366. So. But anyway, guys, once again, we had a blast tonight. Thanks to you guys for making this what it is, because that's how it works. Your guys' participation, your support, you're bringing your friends in. That's what makes this a great chat. Can't wait to see some of you April 20th. Tuesday night, we will be doing some Toy Tuesday live. Probably squeezing in some of the stuff I got from the auction this week. And we also, I keep telling you, we're gonna do a Toy Tuesday from the cockpit too. Kenny's out at $366. Thank you guys. Appreciate you being here and making this what it is. That's why, like I tell you every week, this is a chat. This isn't me sitting in front of a webcam preaching to you guys. This is all about you guys making this what it is. Perfect. Not a problem, Austin. I'll put everything in your box. Yeah, that's true. Big job. But yeah, in fact, I just scanned back through, everything I can see on Facebook, and your name does not pop up anywhere. So something was wonky there when you did try to throw something out on Facebook. So glad you jumped on over to YouTube anyway, and we're able to slide in there at the end. So anyway, we'll catch some Toy Tuesday live Tuesday night. We will have some more content coming up this week. Appreciate that. Kenny says hit the like button. And yeah, Big Job's already had 3 ads since he jumped over there. So we'll get that new content up. What do we got coming up this week? We'll get you a little bit more from Pioneer Village. I do need to throw the video together from the auction last week. Share you with some of that stuff with you guys. And we'll get some new inventory stuff up as well. I've got some stuff. It's still some stuff from my buddy's yard in there. I bet I've got 15 videos in the can right now. So a lot of cool stuff coming up. Plus, Rebel Driver's Garage, our good friend Scott's going to be putting some content out this week. He shot at the yard. So you'll definitely want to subscribe and subscribe to Rebel Driver's Garage. Check out what Scott's got going on over there. With that, we're going to sign off. Have a great week, everybody. We sure hope to see you on Tuesday night, if nothing else, for Toy Tuesday. And hopefully you'll catch some of the other content coming up this week. As always, if you've got any questions about anything you bought tonight or anything about what we need to do, just give me a shout tomorrow. Like I said, the 58 Impala is leaving in the morning. I will be a little tied up in the morning. So great times. Wow, that's great, Calico. We got 3 greats. I'm going to call that a win. So I appreciate your guys' support in making this happen and making it what it is. Sure hope to see you right back here, 7 o'clock next Sunday evening for some more Sunday Night Live chat. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.